What's up, my babies? Welcome back. It is your fave, Tarot Muva. And yeah, we're back with another episode of Astro Tea of what's happening celestially. So let's go ahead and get into it. Quick side note, if you are interested in listening to these astrological updates via podcast, I do have that available for you. At the moment, you can hit the link in my bio and then you'll see Tarot Muva podcast and you'll be able to find everything you need there. So check it out if you prefer that. I'll be uploading that every Monday around like noon-ish. So we're gonna keep doing that. I think it's gonna be great. So starting on this is the week of December 20th through the 26th. And on December 21st, we have the sun entering Capricorn. So we are just happy birthday to all the Capricorn babies out there. So I think it's going to be a really great month. And I think the significance of Capricorn energy is that it's going to put us in a space where we can ground and solidify all of these amazing ideas that we've had for however long, and I think that, we're actually going to, because Capricorn energy is very much like the business type of the zodiac. It is also the goat as well. So it's like, I do feel as like we're going to be feeling still a bit of that Sagittarius energy where we're going to feel very optimistic, and bringing that into Capricorn season, I feel as though we're going to be in a space where we're going to be like the goat. We're going to like push past or bust through any obstacles. And then it's like with goats, it's like they climb really steep mountains, like on their tippy toes, just like perched, so it's just like I feel like we're going to be in this place like collectively where we're going to be very shocked, with what we're able to do, what we're like physically able to do. And also, Capricorn rules finances to the extent of like how you want to build like your legacy. And I think that we're going to be like just trying to really, because there's so many different ways that you can make money nowadays, because like Capricorn energy is very much like a hard worker, but now it's like you can make $60,000 in a day through trading with Bitcoin. And side note with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, I'm not the person to give the full tea, but I think definitely like if you have not been looking at it, you definitely need to take a look at that. I will try to do a video or something like that just to show like my sources. But essentially, there's like countries that are changing their currency to Bitcoin, or people have been buying like houses and homes with Bitcoin. Or there was like one place, I can't remember the name of it, but it's very popular. It's not a stadium, but it's kind of on that level. So it's like now Capricorn is efficiency. So it's like, how can I be efficient with my time and energy and money? That's the point I'm trying to make. So it's like, we're going to be like, instead of me using all this energy working a job that I fucking hate, let me try to figure out how I can balance that with figuring out how to get the fuck up out of there, with learning more about cryptocurrency or other ways to create multiple streams of income. That's definitely where we're at. And also I'm hearing that for those of you who are good with your hands, this is the time. I cannot stress this enough. This is the motherfucking time for you to really get your business plans together, get your websites together, get your pieces together, because Capricorn rules the skeletal system of the body and tradition as well. But traditionally, America has been built on the blood, sweat, and tears of individuals who don't see an ounce of they don't see like an ounce of their work through their paychecks. It's like they're all like people like minimum wage. It's like, why do we even still have minimum wage at where it's at right now? Because I know in a lot of places it's still like $7.50 or around there. And it's like, it should be a lot more. So it's like, there's a lot more people who are going to be using their hands and I'm hearing creating furniture and also creating houses or house maintenance, because a lot of people are going to be working from home anyway. So this is your chance. If you're good at plumbing, if you're good at electrical, if you're good at any sort of, cleaning the gutters, any structural things to the home, if you know any of that stuff, this is the time. Like, this is the time. And another thing is like, hold on, let me listen really quick. Going back to tradition, traditionally we have relied on certain businesses to always have what we need, but because of a lot of political moves and because of a lot of political moves, a lot of things as far as like trading, like there's so many materials that we're not able to get because of certain political moves that individuals have made, which is it's going to and has put a lot of people out of work because they have been using really terrible means of getting these materials. And a lot of, there's a lot of factories that still use child labor, which is extremely heartbreaking and frustrating. But the thing is like, the trading on a lot of those materials are going to stop. Say for instance, in India, a lot of them have been protesting, especially like the farmers. Farming is another thing. Get into if you're good, if you have a green thumb, get into farming. And like the farmers in India, many of them have been protesting because, they have not been paid their fair wages. And we get 70% of our spices from India. And I've said this many times, I'll be damned if I have to cook without spices. I'm not the one or the motherfucking two. So it's just like, traditionally, we have thought that the only way to make money is through maybe like a 9-to-5. Not all 9-to-5s are bad, so don't get me wrong. But we've thought that, the only way to make money is through like a 9-to-5 or becoming a lawyer or a doctor, maybe even like an athlete. But realistically, it's a little difficult to kind of get into those spaces depending on, what you're doing, especially if you're limited through money. And the thing is like, if you are good with your hands, if you are just good at making things, whatever that may be, and anything related to the home, this is your time to shine. This is your time to shine, like 110%. And then so that's the biggest thing that I'm seeing this week, and the biggest thing that Spirit really wants to hone in on. Just like, if you are good with your hands, if you are good with anything structural, like, start to, if you have been thinking about having like a construction company, this is the wave right here. And then it's like, if you know how to utilize how to read the stocks and things of that nature, TELA Holcomb, TELA Holcomb, she has an amazing course. It's a little it's worth it. I ain't going front. It's worth it. It's like a $1,700 investment, but the class and the things that you learn, like I didn't even know that you can make money when stocks are going down. Like, it's fucking wild. And so she teaches you how to read the stocks, how to be mindful of what companies are doing, what, where to go. She gives you literally step by step of what you need when it comes down to making a good chunk of change in the stock market. And you know, she is available. Her and a part of the course is being invited into her Facebook page, and everyone on there is willing to help you as well. So it's a really beautiful community when it comes down, because it's like everyone wants to make money and make sure that, you know, no one gets left behind. So it's like, if you have the money to afford that, or maybe even, I don't want to say that, I'm not gonna say that, but if you do what you feel is necessary, or just even look at her resources. It gives you enough, because and then it's like, if you pay for the course, she gives you like the formula that you need to input into one specific program. And the way she explains how to read everything, it's like it's too easy. It's too easy to make money in the stock market, if you know that information. If I can pick these up. So that's one resource I can definitely share, because she is, I'm supporting everything. I'm rooting for everybody Black, but she also gives you the full tea on everything stock market. And then I'm trying to find more resources about cryptocurrency, which I'll definitely share that the best way I can. But the one thing I will say is, it doesn't have to be much. You don't have to purchase a whole Bitcoin. All you have to do is just, if you have $5, $10, $25, throw that down. I know I have been using Coinbase, and you can also use Robinhood as well, but I kind of prefer Coinbase for cryptocurrency. That's just kind of my preference at this time. And I'll include my link in the description box if you would like, get it, $10 free. So, all right. Guys, what you got for this week? Yeah. Okay. So we have the Four of Voices, or the Four of Swords. The Ghetto. Okay. Three of Materials. I'm kidding. Sorry for the noises. And then we have the Five of Inspiration and the Fool, or the Five of Wands. And then the Five of Emotions. Normally, I don't read these cards in reverse, but we're just gonna go with it. So, first things first. We have the Four of Voices. And look she's just self-care all day. That's like the biggest thing that the Four of Voices is really... One thing that I have learned is that I grew up in the church. I say this all the time. I grew up in the church, and I was taught that you can only receive God's love or God's blessings under certain conditions. And a lot of those conditions are man-made. They are not of God, to be real. And I will get into, because I want to get as detailed as possible so people understand what I'm saying. Like, I'm not, I firmly believe in source, God, the creator, the universe, whatever you want to call that energy, that entity. But the thing is, we have been taught a very narrow-minded view of what God is and what God is capable of. And even we are extensions of God. So we have a lot of the same power that God has. In many instances, we are still limited because of our physical form, but not really, But the thing is, it's like, because she's like in this tub, or in this kind of like bath, and like the cosmos is all around her. So it's just like, really break past any limitations that you may have. Because again, like I mentioned, with cryptocurrency, the stock market, and other forms of making money, other non-traditional ways of making money, is that it's going to give you the freedom and the expansion that you need in order to really prosper, in order to really create a legacy and create something, in order to create generational wealth as well. And it's like, it's going to put you, and it's like when you kind of gain this knowledge of how to go about that, it's going to put you in a state of ease. And it's also going to put you in a state where like you have more time to do what you love and be creative, and you're not going to have to fight as hard in order to get what you want. You know, you're not going to have to compete against, you're not going to have to, because we have the 5 of inspiration, which is the 5 of wands. Hopefully that's in focus, but we have the 5 of wands, and normally this is depicted like there's 5 individuals and they all have wands and they're hitting each other, and it does represent like competition. So it's like we're not going to be in a place where we have to compete, you know. All of these resources that we have been given is limitless, you know, and we have been taught that things are limited, which is the complete opposite of how we need to view the world, how we need to view God, how we need to view ourselves, and the resources that we have been provided in order to create the life that we desire. And then we do have the 3 of materials, which is the 3 of pentacles, and I'm feeling as though you're going to be this is a really great time, because I know a lot of, you know, it's winter time, or winter time is coming for a lot of places, and, you know, or we're just going to be inside a little bit more. And I feel as though, you know, use whatever resources you have to connect with others, to learn from others, and don't be afraid to also share your knowledge as well. Because again, I mean, be you know, use your discernment about who you share your information with. You know, you don't have to give out a ton of details. You can just, you know, be like, you know, like I just mentioned, I referenced TELA Holcomb, and it's like, I'm not giving the full tea, but I'm pointing you in the right direction, if that makes sense. So it's like, you can do that. You don't have to give your full business plan out to anybody. But anyway, it's gonna, you know, whatever, you know, collaboration is going to be key. So it's like, if you're trying to have a construction business, you know, you're going to need help. You know, you're not going to, that's not something that you can kind of do alone. You also need to network. You know, maybe you are into building furniture, so it's like you need to find the right wood and things of that nature. You know, ask questions, do what's necessary. And then also farming is going to be huge, because a lot of I ain't gonna get into it right now. They say that it's a food shortage, but really they're just trying to restrict what we have access to. And it's like, if you have a green thumb, put that shit to work, and you are going to make money. I can like guarantee. And you know, we do have the Fool, which is someone who is just like, you're taking all of your experience from the past few years or even further back into this moment, bringing it into this moment so that you can like jump into this new phase of life, this new cycle, this new business opportunity. And you know, I think it's definitely just really have faith in yourself, which I know that's one of those things that's like easier said than done, but it's like, you literally have everything you need within you in order to get this done and to create a really stable and beautiful and amazing business, you know. And then we do have the 5 of emotions that did come out in reverse, but all that means is that you are at a place where you might just be really, really fed up. Because normally when the 5 of emotions is upright, it's like someone who is just thinking about the past, and it's like shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know, I wish that I would, you know, it just shoulda, coulda, woulda, like, and it's just like, it's in the past, it's over, let it be. But now you have opportunities, you know, that are, if you allow, if you are open to receiving them, you know, God and your ancestors are really gonna like push in a lot of new opportunities and a lot of new information. And the thing is, what I mean by open to receiving is, don't try to control the outcome of how you get this information. You know, be open to receiving. Like, say for instance, your YouTube algorithm can give you the tea for real. Like, you know, say for instance, if you're trying to build a house and then or you have like a certain, like it's so easy nowadays because YouTube is so full of information. It's like, YouTube will tell you how to fix a carburetor and your transmission. I don't know what either of those things are, but hey. but if I need to figure it out, I got YouTube. I will probably ask someone. I would not do it myself, but you get my point. I can't. But but YouTube is just like, that's a great resource. So it's like, just be open, because it's like you might meet someone randomly and they're like, oh my god, like I just discovered or I just tried these new tomato seeds, then they grew really well, you know, something like that. Or I tried this new fertilizer, you know, something. It's like, okay, like how how much, you know, can we collaborate in something, you know, just really be open, because you never know where this information is going to come from. And it's like, you don't want to focus on maybe like just YouTube or just Instagram or just Facebook or something like that, you know. Hopefully that makes sense. But okay, and then ease. What did I say? Ease. This is exactly what I was talking about with, you know, the Four of Voices or the Four of Swords. Is like, you don't have to fight, you don't have to compete, you know. With these cards, I was saying that you don't have to fight, you don't have to compete, you don't have to do any of that. You can make a lot of fucking money with ease from the comfort of your home, the comfort of your damn bathtub if you wanted to. Careful, but but it's just like, it's and this card says, it's easy for me to receive, it's easy for me to receive, it's easy for me to receive. Your mantra for today. And we have acceptance. Radical acceptance in the now opens to flow. Opens to the flow. So it's like, if you're open to receiving, if you accept these changes for, you know, what they are, if you accept the fact that, like, you know what? And I feel like a lot of people are fed up with the way things are going in the world. So more people are going to be taking things into their own hands, you know, via just really doing their own thing. And again, it's just like, making money is going to seem much easier than doing backbreaking fucking work at a 9-to-5 where they can let you go just like that without notice sometimes. You know, you could come back to work, and I've seen it time and time again. You can come back to work and the locks have changed. Or they are just not, you know, it's just, it happens so many times, you know, and it's just like, it doesn't give you, because we have to get away from these like false senses of security. Like, just because, and again, nothing against 9-to-5s, I'm just, as an example, nothing against, I mean, 2020 was the perfect example of like, realistically, nobody's safe. But I will say, if you are able to create your own thing within this flow of change, you know, and able to commit to your happiness, commit to your well-being, your mental health, your passions, your desires, you're unstoppable. You are truly unstoppable. What they don't want you to know. Let's see, what was at the back of this day? Divine flow. Eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others to follow the Tao, the divine flow at all cost. Yeah, just keep it moving. That's all that's saying. So, yeah. So hopefully this information was helpful. And again, happy birthday to all my Capricorn babies. It's going to be a great year. One quick thing, you know, set your intentions. You know, Capricorn energy is all about planning and efficiency, like I said before. So how do you want this new year to go? But also make sure that you're breaking everything down into manageable pieces. Like, you can't create a whole business plan in a day. I've tried and failed many times. So it's a gradual thing that you have to consistently work at. Consistency is another Capricorn trait. So make sure, just be consistent. stay focused, but also take your bubble baths. And yeah, so love you all. Sending love, protection, peace, ease, and comfort. You know, self-care all day. So, mwah. Bye.